What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
And I am oh so worried, but also oh so excited. Okay, so I want you guys to understand something. I am always leery, regardless of person, when somebody covers a Linkin Park song. To give you a little bit of history. So when Linkin Park first came out, I hated them. But I didn't hate them because I thought they were bad. I hated them because I had no clue who they were.
And everybody liked them?
And it was a different genre of music that everyone talked about than what I listened to. Because at the time, I was only into hip-hop. So when my friends would try and talk like rock or new metal or alternative or whatever with me, I'm like, fuck that, I hate that.
Yeah, we would not have been friends in junior high school.
No, we wouldn't have. However, one of my friends put them on without letting me know who they were. And then I was like, oh,
sneaky.
Who's this? Because this is actually really good because it mixed hip-hop with rock. I was like, this is really neat.
Right.
And he was like, oh, it's funny you should say that you think this is neat.
Because you hate them.
I was like, this is Linkin Park? I'd never heard them. And then, of course, it started an argument.
Yeah.
That... Anyways.
And if you guys go back to my inception on this channel... That is also how I suckered him into covering more and more rock as time went on. Was each artist that I chose originally tended to do a mix of them. What?
Right.
Yeah.
No, you didn't sucker me into anything. If you were like, hey, we're going to do this, I was like, okay.
Right.
I was way more open to rock.
Yeah, by that time you better have been.
Yeah.
Because, come on now.
Anyway, so fast forward to...
I love this type of music. I have always been rock metal. I think I started more metal than rock, honestly, and got, softer over time. My edges wore down. No, I just...
Moving forward after all that, they eventually became my favorite band.
Right.
Like favorite band. I'm talking, they are still to this day currently.
Obsessive, yeah.
My favorite band of all time. So much so that like... I am probably one of the few fans that doesn't think they have a bad song. I legit don't. Yeah. They helped me get through a lot of depression as a teenager. And early adult, for that matter. So anytime somebody covers them, especially, after Chester passed away and how depressing that was in life. And,
he's a little sus. Anyway. Ekoh, on the other hand.
I'm just always leery about people covering and or
I think most people are.
Remixing
I think most people can understand that, yeah.
However...
It's Ekoh.
It's Ekoh. And I feel like if there's anybody that is ever truly going to do a remix to something and be confident enough to put it out and that he thinks fans will like it,
then it will absolutely 100% be doing justice in terms of yeah.
So we shall see.
Yes.
I have no doubts, but we shall see.
Excited.
And he is with Nate Vickers, who we've heard from before. It might have even been in another Ekoh song.
Possibly. Let's get it though.
But I'm excited. So without further ado, sorry for the long intro, but this is
In the End.
Ekoh, Nate Vickers with In the End.
It starts with one thing, I don't know when, I found myself lost.
And I want to do one thing real quick. Now I feel like it's super low. Oh, that's because this is super low.
Somehow got turned down? Okay. Alright.
No wonder I can't hear anything.
Well, I mean, that might be a hearing issue too, but yeah. There we go.
That's much better.
It starts with one thing, I don't know when I found myself lost in a story again, looking to try to find hope hidden within. Don't even know where to begin to pick up the pen. And all I did when I try to be better for you is add another piece of me to the things that I lose. Following the trauma buried down in the roots, it got me stuck trying to move, and all of it is so unlike the way I was before. I feel this pulled at the soul and it's too much to deal with. Hard to see the pain when the cuts kept concealed right underneath the skin and going deep within. And all of the intent that I had at the start doesn't matter now when it's all falling apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard.
Woo!
Yeah, I have the kind of goosebumps that actually kind of hurt. That might be more because like my hair is still wet and stuff, but I always enjoy Ekoh's take on things, especially since it's always very personally written.
Right.
He never truly does like a cover.
No, it's always a remix.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
there's anything you can call it, it's a remix.
It's a remix, yeah.
And I think he does mention that in the actual description.
Oh, okay. But it is very personal.
I love how personal it is, and still honestly kind of keeping within the theme of the original song.
Oh, definitely. And I'm pretty sure he would have done that too. Like Ekoh feels to me like the type of person who this is a very meaningful song to him in the first place.
Right.
And he sat down and he's like, okay, so what would my response be to this song were I writing on this song with Chester?
Right.
Like, what could I actually add to the song? Because, you know, Chester does say pretty much everything that needs to be said in the song, but this is somebody else's interpretation.
I honestly, and we'll dive more into this after the song is over, but try to remind me to touch on the thought of I would love personally for Mike Shinoda to hear this.
I think he has. I know Ekoh has gotten a couple props from Mike.
For this, though.
We'll have to check it afterwards, but there were a couple things that I'm pretty sure he had at least given a thumbs up in the comments or something.
Right.
To me will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard. He got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Okay. I like it. Obviously, no one's ever going to match up to Chester doing that.
Right.
But Nate still did a good job. He still had the kind of growl and rasp behind it that needs to be there.
Well, it's a rasp based on emotion sound. Yes.
Right. Which is, it's something that Chester mastered and put in all his music.
Yep.
Almost all his music. But I just like it.
It doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know what it takes to find the strength to be the one finally walking away. So I'm writing this to look at and remind of the way you had me feeling like a walking mistake. And I've been lying awake and lying to myself, thinking about a past life. Find my way through the dark with your gaslight. Looking back at all the things that I have tried, I'm surprised that it got so far. It's like you only want what I won't be. Got a space in your heart for the old me. And I don't even think you knew him well. Like how can you be with someone that you love and feel lonely? I should have known at the start. It doesn't matter now when it's all falling apart. And what it meant to you will eventually be a memory too. When I tried so hard.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay. I'm prickly.
I feel like
Prickly.
most people have been here.
Oh yeah. Yes, I laughed at he's lighting his way in the dark with the gaslight.
With her gaslight.
But I only laugh because until I've had my own pick of the litter of narcissists that I have dealt with. So, yes, I am quite familiar.
He touches on so much that I feel like so many people have gone through in relationships. It's not even just the gaslighting. It's
an idealized version of somebody that you...
Like dating somebody and then somebody changes in the relationship.
And you only love the old me.
And the person that changes gets mad because the other person didn't change.
Oh, well, it goes both ways. Like he said, you only have space in your heart for the old me.
Right.
Or, yes, it goes the other way, where the other person's like, look, you're not motivated enough, you're not changing with me, and people change differently.
Right.
You know, and sometimes the person who changed does need to continue evolving and walk away.
Right.
And sometimes the person who changed did not change for the better.
Right. And
So,
there was also the what was the other thing that he said? Damn it. The concept of being with somebody but feeling alone.
we've talked about that a lot.
Both of us have been in relationships in the past where
It's miserable.
it's you're just lonely. It's like there's
And it's so complicated. Okay, this is coming from me personally. I'm never bored. I'm never lonely. I'm a hermit. I live at home. I stay at home. I don't leave the house. Pretty much, right?
is that a duty call?
But it's just one of those things that, like, I've only ever felt lonely in the presence of someone else. And that's maybe living with somebody, but not, like, necessarily... I don't know. It like, if you've been there, you know what I'm saying. Like, you can sit at opposite ends of the couch and, like... it's uncomfortable.
Right.
It's just, your home's not a home. It's just kind of cold. So, yeah.
He got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard, he got
The more intense Nate gets, the more I like his voice.
Yes. And I'm struggling here. Not in a good way or a bad way. In both ways. I'm struggling because a part of me loves that for Chester's part, other than some voice inflections here and there, he's kept it relatively the same. But a part of me was hoping that for that section, he was going to kind of go off and change the words a little bit.
Right, I mean...
So it's one of those things where I'm glad that he didn't do it.
He's going to be damned if he did, damned
Right.
if he doesn't.
I'm glad that he didn't
because
do it, but a part of me
fans,
also wishes
yeah.
he would have.
Yeah, but then...
'Cause it's
if
a remix
if
already.
he had, then part of you would wish he had kept it the same, and part of you
I know.
would be...
That's
yeah,
why
exactly.
I said it's no fault of his own.
Uh-huh. I think it's... I love the intensity
Yeah.
gathering in his voice, yeah.
He did a great job with that as well.
so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I
Dun, dun,
loved it.
dun, 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 dun,
I think they did
dun.
a really good job. Really good job.
They did.
And I liked that X amount was the same and X amount was different. I think that's a fantastic way to do an homage to one of the greats.
And I do think that is a struggle when doing something like this, right? So here's the thing with like hip hop, specifically, or things involving hip hop. If you do a cover and it's just a straight cover of hip hop, it almost comes off as corny.
Well, people get mad.
Because it's like, okay, you're just rapping the same thing someone else has rapped. Because when you're rapping, I mean, it's easier to imitate rapping styles than it is to imitate singing.
Right.
So when you get a singing cover and someone has to
have a great voice or a unique voice,
right?
Or yeah.
Whereas, like, if you go into a singing cover, we've heard singing covers where we're moved and we're like, oh, that is so good. Like we had that guy that did the Whiskey Lullaby.
Oh yeah.
And him and that lady, when they got together, it was beautiful and so well done and touching.
Right.
And there wasn't a whole lot of change, but their voices
made a big difference.
And everything just fit. With hip hop, I mean, people have come on and requested to hear me rap an Eminem song over an Eminem beat, and I do it, and it's
an Eminem song over an Eminem beat.
I'm just rapping
as long
like
as you
Eminem.
have enough skill to follow cadence and stuff like that, some people are better, some people are worse,
but people don't get surprised until they come and ask me to sing, and then I do, and they're like, oh my god, like he's not terrible.
Right, he can. Wow, that's not flat. That's compliments all around compliments. Yeah, but that's honestly that's what remix is.
But that's why with hip hop, when something comes around, it's more of the camera is like half my face.
Is it the good half?
Is there a good half?
Normally.
But
remixes.
Yeah, hip hop remixes. You almost have to be able to write your own verse.
You have to show your
lyricism your
skills.
skill.
Yeah.
And in hip hop, your skill is
more about your pen than it is about the microphone. Yeah.
How can you stay on beat? Or in some cases, there are some rappers who make it by absolutely being off beat, which is terrible. But it is what it is.
It is. It's their style.
It is a style.
But the pen is honestly, it is more obviously following a beat and all of that's important. But yeah, it's your pen game.
So when you go into something like a cover or a remix or something like that, you do got to, one of the hard things is definitely, absolutely has to be, how much of it do I change to make it unique?
The decision process behind
and make it my own. With a song, it's difficult in that if you just go in and sing it exactly like the artist, then you might as well just be doing karaoke.
It's a karaoke cover, yeah. It's not a cover.
It's not a cover. Like, nothing makes me more mad than when somebody's like, a metal cover of Metallica's... No. Okay, like, that's not a metal cover. That's just a karaoke song.
Right. I mean, like, if you want to make a death metal cover, but, you need to... I want the instruments changed up to match the vibe. Like,
and
don't just scream it
to take it one step further, if you say a metal cover of Garth Brooks's whatever... Don't just sing the exact same song in the exact same inflection, and the only difference is to a fucking rock guitar and not an acoustic. Like that's still not a metal cover to me. That's just
an electric guitar.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I got it, but yeah, I think this was incredibly well done. Yeah,
it was. The rap part was changed, and it has to be if you're going to do the rap part, and you want it to be a remix and not a karaoke cover.
And very personal. And to get across to people that emotion. But I think the other thing is that Ekoh is very good at, and it's not mimicry in the context that most people are going to think. It's like everything that has touched and defined Ekoh in terms of the music industry over the years, he has brought into his style and pen game. So when he sat down and was like, okay, if this were my song and I was performing it with them, like, what would I say that fits with this whole mood? But the words that he chooses and the way that he puts them together mimics how in the end was written in the first place. So you're not like beat across the brow with this like very unusual sounding lyrics going to in the end. No, it's could have been the original lyrics if you didn't know them.
Right.
So anyway, I thought that was a fantastic job for anything Linkin Park.
Right. What was I said that we needed to keep an eye on, or that I needed to remember to talk about?
Mike had seen.
Oh, that's where I was going to go with this. Obviously, she apparently has seen more than I have. I just seen this pop up today.
I just see it. Well, I see a few things on Facebook, and one of the things that I had seen, not tied to a music video or anything, as in a music video popped up on my feed, but was that Mike had seen something of his and given him, a thumbs up for it.
I was hoping I was going to see Mike Shinoda show up in the comments. Or Linkin Park's, which I'm sure Mike might even run at this point.
Right.
Linkin Park's page.
Yeah, I don't know, baby.
Which would have been cool. But no, I wonder, if he hasn't already, I would hope that at some point this comes across
his feed.
Yeah. And Mike Shinoda's. Because I'm telling you what, if you guys want to know what one of my personal hopes for Ekoh to come out of this is for him to do a song with Mike.
Dude.
Do you know how cool it would be?
That would be living the dream. I'm already so proud of Ekoh, but I would.
Ekoh, guys, this
today
man,
he's been making strides.
This man,
year. Yeah.
You want to talk about somebody who I'm probably. There are very few. I am proud of a lot of these guys that we've gotten to talk to, hang out with, or see. Right. Ekoh's hanging out with is very loose. It's like at the end of a concert, we'll hang out for 20 minutes or something.
Right. But we'll go bother him. You know.
Yeah. We go pester him. But there are a few people that I feel get the kind of accomplishments that I'm seeing Ekoh getting right now.
Right.
Out of the people that we talk to, Atlas is one of them because he's gotten a lot of looks. Jelly Roll to a more, but on one extent lesser on the other. Jelly Roll is more of somebody I've listened to since he was an underground. Nobody knew who he was.
However, he doesn't know who we are.
Yeah, he don't know who we are.
That's the difference. Atlas and Ekoh do. Yeah.
But now Jelly is all over the radio.
And so fabulous.
He's always been huge, but that's a whole other story.
That's a different story. That's yes.
I've met him once.
Oh yeah, but
and he has no clue who I am.
Watching him on the red carpet and everything was incredible.
But the other one, Gone, has recently Luke Gone.
With his Shaq stuff.
The stuff going on with Shaq. He was on TNT for the NBA All-Star Weekend. Mm-hmm. So Gone has had a lot. Those are kind of the guys, right? The three guys
that are blowing up.
That are just blowing up and killing it. Ekoh just recently, for those of you that don't know,
his Vans partnership.
Has a Vans partnership coming up.
Well, plus the whole Colorado Vans concert was...
Right.
I wish I...
lived closer.
Still lived in New Mexico sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Apparently, more bands are now going through Albuquerque than they do Indianapolis.
Yeah, people don't like us.
Who knew?
And then there's... he had that. He did the song with Crazy Town not too long ago.
Yep. Butterfly.
And yeah, he's just done a lot.
Yeah.
And I am super proud of what Ekoh's been able to accomplish. It's been super cool to watch him grow
and he deserves it. It's absolutely. It's epically fabulous. So
I remember here, we asked him. I think the last time he was not the last time, the time before last time because we missed his last time he was in town. But a couple months before that when he was here, we'd asked him what it was like working with Corey Feldman for the
right Lost Boys
video, which we gave him shit for not performing because it was
a Halloween concert. How do you not perform one of my favorite songs that is based on a horror movie? I will never not give you shit for this, sir.
To be fair, it wasn't technically a Halloween concert. He had a Halloween concert. Ours was before that. Just saying. Anyways.
Does it look like I care? No. I know. Okay. All right. Good. Glad we cleared that up. Anyway, we love this, guys. We love this for you. And
it's been a while since we've had an almost 30-minute reaction. Way to go, Ekoh.
Yeah, you can never shut us up. I am so sorry. Anyway, love this. Love you guys.
And we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, Andrea. Peace.